the NSP has done nothing. Nothing at all for the residents here. What they have are simply promises. Will they keep the promises if they are voted in? Can they fulfill these promises? You have absolutely no idea, because the NSP has no record of serving the residents in Mountbatten. No record at all. Talk is cheap. If you look around you in the HDB estate, many of the residents have told me Mountbatten, the HDB estates, is very well managed. As the chairman of the town council, I ensure that the estate is kept clean and well maintained. All eligible HDB blocks have undergone lift upgrading. The Block 51 hawker centre behind you has been upgraded, and the Jalan Batu market will be upgraded later this year. There's a 24 hours fair price supermarket, and there are 3 MRT stations in this constituency which connects you to every part of Singapore. And there are also many connecting bus services. The playgrounds, the exercise equipment, we make it a point to make sure they are well kept as well. We work very closely with the police to ensure that security is top importance to the residents here, especially those who live near the red light area. And I make sure I speak to the CEO of the police station, make sure there are constant patrols, uniformed policemen and non-uniformed policemen along Guillemard Road to make sure the people from Guillemard, the red light area, do not cross over. Is there room for improvement? Of course there is. We don't have a perfect world. Despite our best efforts, things happen. Despite our best efforts, the ladies of the night cross over. We will work hard at improving the situation. I have a team of more than 300 grassroots leaders living in this area. Together, we will keep working to improve this place, to make the living environment in Mountbatten better. In February this year, Marine Parade Town Council and I, we drew up renewal plans for the Mountbatten estate. The Town Council renewal booklet, a green colour booklet, has been posted to all households in March. And I've asked that copies of these renewal plans be placed in a notice board next to the lift lobby of every block. These are our plans, the Town Council plans to improve your estate. We shall also work with the police to ensure that security is maintained in this area. I've also asked and obtained approval for lifts to be installed at 2 of the HDB car parks, and as well for electronic pricing system to be installed at these car parks to make sure and to manage the traffic congestion. I will also push for the home improvement scheme to be extended to those blocks which are eligible for these programs. For the private estates, I've got 50% private estates in Mountbatten, and I've got 4 neighbourhood committees comprising residents who stay in the private estates. I will work closely with the 4 neighbourhood estates to hold dialogues with the residents in this estate. I met with Hague Court residents 3.5 years ago, and from their feedback, we successfully lobbied to draw a yellow box right in front of the entrance of the estate, because they complained that they can't come out during peak hour. So I spoke to LTA, they said no. I spoke to the head, the PERMSEC, I said, look, fix a yellow box because I can see that they have this problem. As a result, the yellow box is drawn up, even though initially they said no. Then I received complaints from Tanjong Rhu estate that they had too many road closures because of national sporting events. We have the marathon, OCBC cycling, triathlon, Army half marathon, and the roads kept being closed. So I raised this issue up in Parliament. I made a lot of noise. I spoke to the Minister for Transport, spoke to the Minister for Community, Youth and Sports. And I said, look, this can't do. We can't keep having such road closures. It's not fair to the residents of Tanjong Rhu. And so they asked Sports Council, Traffic Police, LTA, meet up with me. So I gathered the Tanjong Rhu Neighbourhood Committee members, sit together. We met 8 or 9 times to work closely with the various agencies. And we wanted to mitigate the inconvenience of the road closures whenever there are sporting events. As a result, the road closure is shortened, and they have always ensured that one way would be available for vehicles to get in and out during certain times. So there's a no complete shutdown. And last month, I've also obtained approval from the Public Transport Council to introduce a bus plus service to bring residents from Tanjong Rhu Private Estate to the Stadium MRT during peak hours, because we want to make it more convenient for the residents to go to the MRT. We want to help reduce traffic congestion in the area. We will continue to monitor. We will continue to monitor the traffic conditions at Tanjong Rhu. We will continue to make further improvements to the place. Likewise, we will also work to make the open areas in Tanjong Rhu near to the river cleaner and more family friendly. Over the past years, I had dialogues with residents from Coastal Rhu, Casuarina Cove and Waterside. Whatever feedback they have, they receive my assurance. I will follow up on them. I will raise them to the government agencies, and if need be, I will speak to the government ministers. For the Amber area, we have obtained approval to have a second right turn. LTA tell me, no, cannot. So I say, no, don't tell me no, cannot. I want to do it. I want you to keep trying. They try and they try and they try. After 1.5 years, I push them so hard. Eventually they say, okay, enough, we give up. We will give you your second right turn at Tanjong Katong South Road. So this comes about. This comes about because the PAP MP is able to connect with the agency to work to improve traffic conditions, to make improvements to the private estates. I will continue to work closely with the Amber NC and LTA to make sure traffic conditions in the Amber area and traffic conditions improve. For the landed properties at Tanjong Katong and Mayor, cleanliness is a big concern, as with conditions of the drains. I raised this issue in Parliament with the MEWR, Ministry of Environment and Water Resources. I received assurance from Minister of State, Dr. Amy Khor. There are plans for the drains to be covered. NEA has also assured me that they will have more cleaning contractors to work on the private estate. And this is an area of concern for me, and I will ensure that conditions, cleanliness in the private estate for the landed properties will improve. Likewise, we know there's a parking issue there, Goodman Road, Branksome Road area, because of Punggol Nasi Lemak. Nothing to do with them, they are not at fault, they have tried their best, but people park all over the place there. So we will monitor the traffic parking conditions, we will make improvements to ensure that traffic is not havoc in that area.